Welcome to China Horse Business, the one and only podcast focusing on the booming horse market in China, bringing to you by two experts of Chinese equine industry, Zoe King and Jojo Wang from Shanghai and Hong Kong, introducing China to the world. Hi Jojo, how's everything going?
Pretty good. And how was your Golden Week holiday?
I have a work-life balance holiday. I spent the first 3 days in participating the Equestrian Open in Beijing and the rest of days with family and friends.
Cool. The Equestrian Premium Open is one of the leading competition in China. Besides, it is also a party for riders and horse lovers from Beijing and across the country.
True, Beijing is definitely the most developed area in China for equestrian sports. However, other areas are catching up. In the previous episode 13, we talked about Shanghai and Yangtze River Delta area. How about we give our listeners an update on Greater Bay Area in today's China news section?
Of course, the Greater Bay Area is also growing rapidly, especially in Shenzhen. People call it the Silicon Valley of China. Wealthy and upper-class families invest money in their kids' education. The equestrian sport is their popular choice.
The development of equestrian sport is also endorsed by the local government. Recently, Shenzhen government released the execution plan to build Shenzhen a national experimental city for sport consumption. It is expected the outcome of sport industry will increase 100 billion RMB up to 2025.
In the same report, equestrian sport is mentioned as high-end sport alongside sailing, fencing, golf, and aviation. It is also announced that Shenzhen will introduce more international sport events and boost the consumption in sports sectors.
And don't forget the stimulation of the next China National Games to be held in Greater Bay Area in 2025. It will be the best showtime for Shenzhen.
So true. If you want to know more about the national game, you can go back to our episode 10.
Well, for today's China Club section, we will stay in Shenzhen and get to know Shenzhen Reou International Equestrian Club.
Founded in 2016, Reou almost opened a club per year in Shenzhen. In 2020, it acquired a club in Huizhou. Today, it is considered the biggest chain club in the area in terms of number of members and clubs.
It is the first chain equestrian clubs in Shenzhen. Their development is very aggressive and supported by the huge consumption power of Shenzhen families. Again, Shenzhen is the Silicon Valley in China.
In terms of training system, they adopted the Australian Pony Club system. This year, they collaborate with the Beijing Equestrian Association and organized the Shenzhen step of the Future Star Equestrian Tournament, which were introduced in the episode 12.
Following up with our China story section, we interview Sarah Yu, representative of Polo Summit, a community of polo players, for polo players, and organizer of polo matches. Here's our conversation. Hello, Sarah. How are you doing?
Fine. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you. Thank you for accepting our interview and having the time to chat with us today.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
Well, Sarah, I know you represent the Polo Summit and yourself, you are a polo player as well. And I wonder how you got involved in the equine industry and played polo at the first place.
Okay. I think maybe it's destiny. I used to ride a horse during the trip when I was young. And that time fell down from the horse. So I decided not only challenge this animal, but also to defeat myself. I got my first horse at 28 and got my own stable at 30. That the new page of my polo life is open, and the Polo Summit is established in 2010.
Mm-hmm. But you know, there's many sports and disciplines in equine industry. Why polo, and why polo is so important to you?
If life is a flower, polo is the water to nourish my whole life, I think.
Oh.
People always say, work hard, play hard. But I think play harder, it will give me much more power and honor to face to my work.
So, as we all know, the polo industry is a very niche market in China. May I know who are these people playing polo in China?
And I think the polo player in China, most of it is businessmen, whom some people are the challenge. That is the enchantment of polo, to attract people to play it. It will also help me to clear their mind and to relieve the price. In China, I think no more than 100 people to play polo now. So Polo Summit's original intention is to organize the members to play polo and to join the competition.
What do you think is needed to develop the polo market in China?
I think polo is more and more popular in China now. In my opinion, the more competition we have, the more people will attracted by this sport. It will give more opportunity to promote development of polo in China.
So you are saying that we need more competitions and to attract and to get the polo aware by more people in China.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
More and more people to join us to join this game.
Oh, but it is also one of the missions for Polo Summit, right? You guys are organizing polo competitions all over the country. And can you tell us more about this?
Yeah, we have already organized several competitions, like 2 competitions in Huabin, in Rainwood Polo Club, which is based in Beijing, and we also will organize another competition maybe around this month. It will be in Tianjin.
Thank you very much for your participation, Sarah, and we are looking forward to more competition from Polo Summit in the future.
Okay, thank you.
Zoe, several polo professionals have been appeared in our podcast.
Yes, they are Domenico Palombo in Season 1, Episode 8, Duncan Chiu in Season 1, Episode 17, Jackie Wang in Season 1, Episode 19, and most recently, Justin Jiang in Season 2, Episode 13.
Whoa, very impressive to see how Chinese professionals are passionate about polo.
And Jojo, we are both invited by Polo Summit for the upcoming match on October 16 and 17 in Tianjin Metropolitan Polo Club. Too bad you can't attend because you still have to stay in Hong Kong. But I will try to join the event and give you feedback.
Please do. Bring us more new stuff for the show.
Well, Jojo, this is the 15th episode of Season 2 of our podcast. How do you feel so far?
I can't believe we did it. Time flies. I've really enjoyed recording the podcast with you and communicate with our listeners.
Me too. I also love our new monthly webinar, China Horse Business Live. It is a very interactive and innovative way to introduce our speakers from international equestrian community and to talk to real Chinese audience from equine industry.
Absolutely. China Horse Business Live is taking place today, October 11, from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. CEST. It is the second edition of this webinar. The first one was huge success. We are looking forward to meeting you in our latest webinar.
Well, Jojo, let's get ready for China Horse Business Live now.
All right, see you there.
This podcast is co-hosted by Zoe King and Jojo Wang, powered by Wonder Horse, a business solution provider focusing on Chinese equine market and a bespoke equine community in China.
In addition to this weekly podcast, we launch a monthly webinar called China Horse Business Live. The objective is to connect international stakeholders with Chinese decision makers. 4 to 5 speakers will introduce their activity, products, surveys, and any other topics related to the equine industry within 10 minutes in English. This webinar is open to all Chinese audience, especially targeting equestrian clubs owner, professionals, rider, officials, and suppliers.
This is a perfect opportunity for you to introduce your brand, products, and services to real Chinese audience and interact with them. You may find your partner, distributor, or clients in these webinars.
If you are interested in making a speech in the webinar, please subscribe to our annual package, Business Pass, which will allow you to speak once per semester in the webinar, along with many other premium benefits.
A lower cost annual package, Connect Plus, is also available with some useful benefits. Please check them out on our website, www.wonder-horse.com/podcast, and in the show note of this podcast.
Thank you for listening to our podcast. You can subscribe it on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and any podcast channel by searching the name of our program, China Horse Business.
We are also looking forward to meeting you in China Horse Business Live, a monthly webinar connecting international stakeholders with Chinese decision makers.
Please feel free to leave us a comment and recommend our program to your friends and colleagues.
Spare the world and stay tuned.